Hi, this is Scott Murray, and welcome to the Daily Economic Market Shout for Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Disappointing news on the consumer credit side, particularly on the durables, or what we call the non-revolving numbers, coming in under 2%. It's showing that the consumers are tired, particularly of making large purchases. The prices of large purchases continue to be high. Average new car prices at 48,000 for the pandemic. It was at 38,000. So here, the overall credit number coming in at the weakest that we've seen since January of 2021. It's telling you where the consumer is tired and that they are, have, had some great opportunities with jobs. They've had some wage increases, but not enough to compensate for the inflation. And that's really just kind of eating away at the pocketbooks of the consumer, particularly as we look ahead. Market weakness probably didn't add to the nature of the consumer appetite in 2022. And so not too surprising. Inflation, concerns about the economy, poor market really took their toll. So weakest growth under 2% for the non-revolving side of the equation. The story is different on the revolving side. We actually see the stress of the consumer, particularly credit card debt, moving up. Now it's up 200 billion since the pandemic started, coming in at 1.2 trillion, highest level that we've ever seen. And clearly that is impinging, particularly the marginal consumers who rely more on consumer credit card debt. 64% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. We see the use of credit to kind of fill the gap, credit card, and the cost of credit cards obviously going higher with the interest rates moving up. So that stress is really a double killer. The inflation side of the equation, then the interest rate on the debt. And the cost of debt, roughly 30% of the cost of debt comes from the fact that consumers are not debt literate. Financial literacy is a huge problem in this country. And when we dive down to the debt side of the equation, it's even worse. And that's a huge impact on these marginal consumers who are already struggling with inflation. And as they struggle, they look to that as a relief valve, and it's just getting worse for them as they move forward. So as we look at 2023, we see really a double hit against the economy for the consumer. Big ticket items, usually purchases with people with confidence, the pullback, the tiredness. Even if we see, and we've seen a little bit of price discounting on the durable side of the equation, it has not worked yet to encourage consumption. And that could actually be problematic. We could slip from durable goods from disinflation to deflation, the lowering of prices quickly. They've shot up dramatically, so it wouldn't be surprised. But that then begs the question is, when is the consumer going to come back in and buy these if the prices are going down? Other side of the equation, the marginal consumer who's using credit card debt, continuing to need that as a vehicle, now being charged even higher and not with great prospects as we're looking towards a slowdown in the economy as we move forward. So clearly a worrisome sign on the consumer debt element, and something I think that we all have to think about as the prospects. Even though the job markets are good, the overall prospects of the economy continue to be problematic. This is Scott Murray for the Daily Economic Market Shout. Thank you for joining me.